Hey y'all, it's Wendy. I just have it in my mind that I've got a huge mess of things I've been hoarding forever, and I'm having a big sale at my store on Friday and Saturday, the day after Thanksgiving. And this room right here, y'all, it is a total dump. And so my goal is to get this room cleaned out. But guess what? I'm making myself go ahead and turn whatever junk I bought into gold so that I can make some money off of it. Also get it out of the store with a goal to get done. It's Tuesday right now. A goal to be done by the end of Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, and open Friday morning at 9 a.m. with that room open and full of stuff. So we're going to get started. I think I might do a series of this like every day. Do very limited editing and just try to get this stuff out to show you guys how you can flip things and also how to display it in the store. So today I'm going to try to just do as many projects as I can and upload this video tonight. So crossing my fingers, here we go. So this piece is actually dirty and it's got a bunch of raised spaces on it. I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm actually going to paint it and not clean it and then distress it. So I'm kind of wanting it to be chippy and stuff, so I'm gonna let the dirt do my chipping for me. Here we go. I've got a bunch of leftover paint that I want to get used up, so we're gonna go ahead and use steel graphite. If I hate it, I'll add another color, but this is what we're gonna use. I think I'm actually gonna use kind of a crusty brush to even paint it on to make it even more crazy. Do need to stir this up a little bit, and I think I might I'll either use our antiquing glaze to darken up the wood after I sand it, or I might just use one of my oils or a stain to go across it to antique it and to make it more woodsy. So I'm just not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna kind of dry brush it on. I want it to be rustic. I'm not even going to do a solid, just one coat brush on. And because we're doing it thin, it should dry really fast. It's actually a really pretty color. I love steel graphite. It's pretty. It's one of the newer colors. I think it came out last year. It could have been the year before. Time flies when you're having fun. But it is one of the newer paints, farmhouse paint. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. This underside, unless you do it up really high, no one will even see it. But I'm planning on doing it up a little bit higher, almost like a mantle. Cool thing about farmhouse paint, it pretty much sticks to everything. You are supposed to clean your piece, but in this case, I'm not cleaning it because I actually want some of the paint to come off. If you want even more to come off, you can use Vaseline or a candle and mark all over it with that wax so that it doesn't stick to certain places. This is the top, this is the actual shelf. This took me probably total time so far, only just a few minutes just to do this. This again, like since this is gonna be at high, you probably won't even see the top of this shelf. So I'm not giving it a full coat. I'm gonna do it really, really streaky. Try not to get brush bristles in it. I do see one there. I think this piece is going to turn out being pretty cool. I actually dig the color. Gray goes with everything, so it's always a good color to paint furniture as well. All right, I think that's all. Oh, let me get these ends here. All right, that's it. I think all I'm going to do next is let it dry and then we're going to sand the poop out of it. Okay, so Last year my dad made a bunch of these little deers for me to be able to put out, and I didn't get them done in time. I already sold this past weekend. We sold 2 or 3 sets of them. So I tore up the back trying to find the baby deer. I think maybe it got broke or something. So I'm gonna make a set with these and then just have a onesie with this guy. And all I'm gonna do, this one needs to be darkened up to match that one. So I'm just gonna put some oil on it, and then we're gonna tie some string and put a little bit of floral on it, and that'll be it. And I'll price them and put them out. Sweet Pickens oil wax. This is the dark. I really like this stuff. I probably should let this dry before I glue stuff, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to wipe this on. I'm not going to be very particular about it. It is an oil wax, and I just really like it. It does have a little bit of a smell to it, but it's not terrible. I've gotten to where I kind of like that smell. It's probably not good for you, but you know, it is what it is. Give me a little brush so I can get in between the legs and stuff here, or just a little bit in my cap. Let's see what I'm doing here. I'll come back with a rag and wipe it off. Probably would be easier just to do it with the brush and then wipe it off. Oh yeah, I can get down in the grooves and stuff a whole lot better that way. Wipe it down a little bit. You can do the same thing with stain. This is what I already had this out and available quickly, so that's what I used. I like the oil because I can wipe it back off a little bit better. Stain will penetrate really quick. Put my lid back on. The other one's already ready to go. We'll do it first to give that time to dry. I like to unravel my twine. I might trim this a little bit too, just so it doesn't look so frizzy. Few little strings there. What do you think? Any sweet? Get all the strings off. Give him a haircut here. Yeah, he's cute, right? All right, one down. Let's do these two real quick. I just decided I wanted to do this little set different. I've got some leftover of this little floral here. Instead of doing the twine, I think I just want to do this. Let's see if I have enough. Try this one on the baby. Might be too long. Let's see, do I have a shorter one here? I want to do this one just a little bit different. So I like this wire because it really helps you to get it all the way around. like I need some of this darker, or I might use this one instead of this white one. I don't know if I like it on that one, but let's use this one. Pretty. Let's see if I can get that. That's kind of cute. Get that leaf to turn around a little bit. Okay, those are done. So here's some more things that I did last year and never finished, and so we're going to get them done. We're going to make ornaments out of these. Most of these I just need to sand the poop out of them. Just a few need to be painted. We might add some decor transfers onto them, but right now we are just going to go to town with sanding. I've decided I love these just like this. I'm just going to wipe these down. I'm going to clean up my space, just wipe them down and put these little ends on them and tie some ribbon, and I think they'll be done. Price them and put them out. Clean up my mess here. A lot of sawdust and paint dust. Love all those colors that are layering through. That's the awesome part of farmhouse paint. It layers so nicely. And you do not have to seal it. So that's another bonus. I'm going to pair these two together. I just think they look cute together. And they're just different. Okay, as I came over to my Christmas tree, I began to see that these are way too heavy for the tree. And anyway, I decided that we're gonna do onesies instead of twosies. And hopefully it'll be easier to sell. People can mix and match and it'll just be better. Okay, this one is just too plain, so just being a square with no turns on it. I'm gonna look through my stash of goodies over here and see if I got anything cute left over. This is from last year's release from IOD, Figgy Pudding. And I am going to try to wrap, actually let's try to wrap this holly around it, and I might can add some more. I like this color a little bit better. I'm hoping I can wrap it around. I don't want to lose that bird. We'll use him somewhere else. All right, I need my little burnisher. Okay, I'm gonna try to like wrap it around like that. This is a Pampered Chef little pot scrubber and I just love it. I use it. IOD's little plastic stick that they give you is fine, but anyway, I just tend to use, I'm gonna do this side first and then I'll round it around. This stuff sticks really good to my farmhouse paint, especially after you sand it, it does really good. See this right here where it's still sticking? I'm gonna lay it back down. Whoop. Try to burnish it a little bit harder. There, it got it that time. So because this one doesn't have as much detail with the turning, I wanted to give it something special so it can still be the same price as all the others. I'm gonna price these all the same, I do believe. All right, this time let's wrap it. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna wrap it from this way. And I think that would hit all of our sides. I never throw away bits and pieces that's like a whole flower because I know that I can add that on somewhere to a project. It's just IOD decor transfers. Out of all of their crafty things, the decor transfers is my favorite because it's so easy and just anybody, and simple that anybody can do it. Here it goes, it's starting to pop. Hey, how are y'all doing? Doing good, welcome. I mean, really, can you even? That's adorable, right? So cute. sorry, but that is just beautifulness. I love that so much. That is perfect. Exactly what I wanted to do. Now I just need to wipe it down really good with my rag, if I can find it. Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna wipe it down with a damp rag. Get all the dust off. Oh my gosh. Do you see when I wet it, how it kind of deepens the wood? So I feel like I'm gonna put some kind of finish on it just to make it deepen up that wood just a little bit. I might use my oil. It should work right over top of that. I mean, come on. That is gorgeous. I'm gonna let this dry. This really gonna clean the back too, because this has been back there in the back forever. But that is yumminess right there. That is so cool. I love it so much. Perfect. Perfect. This is the hardware. I'm not gonna put it back on yet, but do y'all see? I like that it's kind of corroded and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna knock off a little bit of the dirt, but I kind of like that. And that right there, my friend, to me is perfection. That is perfection. I'm so happy. I love the gray. I'm glad I didn't do black because I like that even better. Ah, love it. I got these little hanging systems. They're for pictures and heavy stuff. I'm gonna put one on this side, one on that side. This is pretty heavy and I want to put heavy things on it too. So I am going to install this. Keep losing my scissors. It's kind of cool because it says it'll hold up to 75 pounds, and I think with two it should hold even more. But it's a lot easier to hang it on the wall than trying to hit a certain hole. So you also have this little level that goes on the wall, keeps it straight. I think it fits right here. Look at my cute little pins my hubby got me. Aren't they sweet? Very sweet. All right, let's mark a 4-inch. Oops. I don't even know if you can see all the way down there. Yep. All right, I'm gonna mark it right here. I want it to line up. I'm looking at my picture. Tighten it all the way so that I can make sure it is nice and straight. Make sure it didn't get through. It did not. Yay! At least one side on each one of those. Measure how far apart our thing is. I can look at, sometimes you can look at your trim work and where they have did a nail. I'll let you know there should be a stud there, but sometimes there's not. But so it's not too far off from where I was wanting to do it, so I'm going to try it. got me a snack. Leftover from our Christmas open house last Saturday. If y'all haven't tried this, I think they're sold out, but it's the pecan, it's the cinnamon and sugar pecan glaze from pecan mix from Wind and Willow. So good. So good. Boom. Nah. It's semi-level, but we got it. That looks so good. I love it. It looks great. It looks great. All right, I got big plans for this guy. Got a second one. I already took this piece of wood off that was on the side. It was like a divider in a cabinet. I'm gonna glue this together and clamp it first, and I'm still gonna paint it at the same time. So let's get busy. This is kind of a crazy look here. It had some crazy hardware on it. We'll have to see if we can fix that. Might have to sand that a little bit. But I already like the color of this wood. And we're gonna paint these insides here black. I'm actually thinking of this as more of a seasonal item that people can change out either a wreath or they can change it out with a sign. They could probably even do like a chalkboard if they wanted to put some kind of pretty chalkboard art on it. So I don't know if that's going to completely come off, but we'll figure it out. Might have to do something funky there. You got 3 holes. That had some serious hardware on it, didn't it? All right, I want to glue that together first. closer so y'all can see. If it'll let me. Was a crack, and you can just barely see it now. But anyway, that should do it. Okay, let's get a coat of paint on here. I'm gonna turn my light on, so I actually need it for myself. My vision is not as great as it used to be. So, I cleaned it. So I just want to paint here and here. And I'm gonna use farmhouse paint and black Noir. Beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful. One of my favorites. I really want to stick close. I'll probably have to do 2 coats. So we'll just get 1 coat on here for now. If I get a little bit on the wood, it should wash right off, just like that. First coat's usually kind of streaky. It's better just to let it be that way and come back with your second coat and fix it. The second coat will be nice and solid and smooth. This should be a really fast one. Around the edges. Let's get this bottom part. Getting in a hurry now and messing up a little bit. Oh, don't want that in there. Let's let that dry. Okay, so this is a sign that I created last year and it just hasn't sold. I did this with a stencil and it's okay, but it's not great. So I'm going to paint over this and do another project. Not going to be able to get it into tonight's video, but I'm definitely going to get my first coat of paint on this guy and hopefully tomorrow we'll finish it up. Use a little bit of Silk Graphite and farmhouse paint. I'm just going to dry brush it kind of on. Just trying to cover that up. Probably need a little bit of water. Let me go get a bowl of water. Just gonna dip my brush into some water and it will help spread that paint a little bit more. A little bit thick. Really don't care about it being perfect. I'm actually going to leave it kind of wet. The sides here a little bit. My little working space here is not very clean, and so I'm getting hairs and stuff in there. All right, I'm gonna leave this right here. Now I'm gonna dip into some of this Beyond Blue. It's gotten really thick too, and I just want to blend it. I think this gray and the blue looks really pretty together. Kind of love that. It's pretty, isn't it? So I'm just prepping the surface tonight to do a project tomorrow with this, and we will probably use transfers, or if we have any of last year's Christmas relief left over, we will use that. My goal is to use up everything I have got. Doesn't make sense to throw stuff away, right? Okay. Now, I'm just gonna leave this. I'm gonna kind of wipe it off a little bit on this rag. And I'm gonna mix in just a little bit of white. I think I wanna mix water with it and white. Just gives me a nice background. I don't want anything too perfect. Okay, got us a blank canvas and we'll make something pretty tomorrow. You know the saying, it always gets ugly before it gets better. Well, it's true. It is a little bit better, but it's still quite a bit of mess. I made a big chunk of change out of that part right there. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a night tonight. Y'all see my shelf? I love it. And then here's my door. A lot of things drying. Leaving a little bit of a mess, but I'm the one working tomorrow. I've got to count the drawer and get the stuff off the porch, and I'm going to call it a night here, go home. Got to get this uploaded tonight. I'm really going to try to do this every night this week just to give y'all a little glimpse into my crazy life. And I love doing projects, and this is what I love. Today I had customers, but it wasn't crazy. I wasn't having to put in product from the other consigners or vendors, so that really helped that I could work on my projects. And so that's why I'm not taking any more consignment the rest of this year. But anyway, thank y'all. Hope y'all have a great rest of the week. Remember, I'm going to try to do another one tomorrow night. This is my first one. And if you can, give a like and subscribe and comment. It really helps me out. Bye, y'all.